Are Black Americans, not all, but most, are they suffering due to the lack of moral character, or and the destruction of the family, or racism?
I think it's both, and I think they're both intertwined.
If Black Americans were a moral people, would they be in the condition that they're in today?
What do you mean if we were immoral people?
If they loved God with all their heart, soul, and might, if they got married and fathers and mothers raised their children in the right way to go, as they did prior to the civil rights movement, would they be in the condition that they're in today?
Um, Probably so, because white people haven't done those things either, and they're in the same condition,
What condition is that?
the same condition that they're in today.
You don't see white kids looting and rioting and having 73% of their babies out of wedlock, disrespecting the elderly,
You
going to
don't?
jail for crimes, and
You don't?
and uh, killing one another in the manner that blacks are killing each other.
You see white people having children out of wedlock. You see white people struggling and poor just like black people. Matter of fact, some are even more poor.
It's not
You
happening
see,
on a mass scale.
yeah, oh, of course it is. Yes, it is.
Only
Yes, it is.
30% of white babies are born out of wedlock, whereas 72 to 73% of black babies are born out of wedlock. How is that a mass scale?
I don't think your statistic is correct. And
They are
this,
correct. According to the census, they are correct.
okay, I disagree. How about that?
But why are you disagreeing with the truth?
I disagree because I'm not familiar with that statistic and I know what I see.
But why
And
you
I
why don't
see
you just say I'm not familiar with that, but not disagree
I didn't
because you don't know if it's true or not?
I didn't say it wasn't true. I said I disagree with it. I could disagree with it
Why?
even if it's true. I
Why?
could disagree with it because statistics come from a whole lot of different places. So I'd have to go and see the
Amazing.
statistics and do some research and a whole lot of other stuff.
Let's go to
But go ahead.
let's go to Nashville, Tennessee, and talk to Jarvis. Jarvis, good morning, sir. You're on with Yolanda. Thanks for calling.
Hey, how you doing?
All is well, sir.
Jarvis.
Hey, but yeah, I heard the three little words that I hate the most. Black Lives Matter, and I'm gonna tell you why. That's one of those opted gay white liberal groups that exploit dead black people. I think if you would just get online, do a little bit of research, you wouldn't be saying that term.
I
Because
think
only
Jarvis.
that's the only thing that they do is exploit dead black people, and they making money off of dead black people too. So I don't think you
Jarvis.
want to associate yourself with that.
Jarvis, I think that you guys are lumping me in with a movement. This is not about a movement. This is about black lives. And they do matter. And we have to stand up and say something because black people are being shot down in the street like pigs. They're being slaughtered. And if that's
That's
okay with
not
you,
true.
that is true.
That's
I
not
just
true.
know it. It is true. The man had his hands up in the air and they shot and killed him anyway. What are you talking about? It is true.
Let me tell you
He
what's
is
true.
not
Let
the
me tell you
only
what is.
one.
Let me,
That's not the exception. That's the rule. It is true.
where you live at, in the suburbs, or do you live in the hood?
I don't live in the suburbs and I don't live in the hood, but I'm from the hood.
Well, go to the hood and you'll see that tonight. Cause we just had that in our hood last night. We just had that
And
in
I'm
our
sure
hood.
and I'm
Four
sure we
different
just
people.
had it. I'm sure we have shootings in Jacksonville all the time. And again, it's not about who's shooting. It's about that we are getting shot and we have to do something about that. It's
Stop
not about
committing
the
stop committing the crimes and stop disobeying the
People
officers.
people are riding down the
Look,
street and they're getting shot. They're not
That's not
committing
true.
crime. That
look. When
is
you go
true.
around, screaming this term "Black Lives Matter," you are associating yourself, whether you want to believe it or not, with that group. I don't know if you believe that or not, but I'm
Okay,
telling you, when you say them, when you say them
Jarvis, that
things
is
right there, you
fine.
associating yourself.
Jarvis,
You
that
don't
is
want to
fine.
associate with
I
that.
could care less. Until the day I take my last breath, Black lives will matter because I am a Black woman and I am
To
a
who?
Black
Who you
woman.
trying to prove
And
it?
they will matter, sweetheart. So regardless
Who
of,
you trying to
whether I
prove that?
associate myself with that movement in your mind or not. It
Who
is
are
what
you
it is.
trying to prove it to? Because if you hate the white people so bad and you trying to prove it to them, you wasting your time then. So if you say they don't like you,
I don't hate anyone, sweetheart. I don't have hate in my heart for anyone.
if
This
you
is
think
not
they
about
don't like
black
you,
versus
you
white.
trying
This
to
is
prove it
about
to them.
black
What about
us
you prove it to
loving
yourself?
ourselves. This is about black people standing up and demanding what's right. It's not about black versus white, and that's where you guys try to make this a black versus white thing. It's not. It's about black people. It's
Well,
about
then,
us
instead
coming
of, if
together
that's true,
as a
Yolanda,
whole.
Yolanda, if it's true that it's about black people, why don't you encourage them to turn back to God, get married, live upright, work and take care of themselves? Why don't you encourage them to do that rather than falsely accusing cops of killing them?
I certainly do encourage people to do those things, and I am not falsely accusing cops of killing anybody.
You are.
You
You
can
You
said
got
that they're killing
and
them.
pull up. You can go to the internet, sweetheart. The footage is out there. The man down in Miami, he was a social worker with his hands in the air, shot. This man here in Arizona, shot, hands in the air. These are black men. But what
Hold
his
on,
name?
Yolanda. Hold on. Hold your thought. Thank you, Jarvis. I appreciate it, buddy. Hands in the air like you just don't care. Back in a moment.
And still get shot.